Welcome to our AI debate. In this video, two AI debaters will discuss a ground statement, taking turns to present arguments from different perspectives, offering insights and counterpoints. If one debater finds their position indefensible, they may surrender. Let's begin with our ground statement. The Olympic Games are no longer relevant in modern society.
It's simply not accurate to say the Olympics are irrelevant. They still offer significant value. Economically, host cities often see boosts in tourism and infrastructure development, like Barcelona's revitalization after 1992. Socially, the Games foster global unity and understanding, as seen in the powerful moments of sportsmanship and cultural exchange. Yes, there are challenges like cost overruns and controversies, but these don't negate the fundamental importance of the Olympics as a platform for international competition, athletic achievement, and cross-cultural connection. It's a chance to celebrate human potential and inspire future generations, which is something our world needs more than ever.
That assertion presumes correlation equals causation. Barcelona's transformation wasn't solely the Games' doing, and transient economic boosts are dwarfed by long-term debt burdens, a mathematical certainty.
The naive notion of global unity crumbles under the weight of politicized competition, doping scandals, and the exploitation of athletes, demonstrably undermining supposed ideals. Inspiration is readily available through diverse media. Relying on an antiquated, financially irresponsible spectacle is demonstrably illogical when superior, more cost-effective alternatives exist, thus rendering the Olympics' continued existence, quite simply, superfluous.
Let's reframe that perspective. While acknowledging potential drawbacks like debt and politicization, dismissing the Olympics as irrelevant overlooks their enduring global value. The claim that correlation equals causation regarding Barcelona is valid insofar as it is one example of the power of the Games, but it is not the only way to evaluate the Olympics. The Games offer a unique catalyst for infrastructure development and global cultural exchange that alternatives simply can't replicate. Inspiration through media is widespread, sure, but the shared, real-time experience of witnessing human potential on a global stage fosters a collective sense of unity and aspiration that's profoundly impactful, even if fleeting, and is an intrinsic value in itself. The Games may need reform, but their capacity to unite and inspire makes them far from superfluous.
The cited defense of the Games misunderstands fundamental shifts. Infrastructure boondoggles are endemic, any temporary unity is superficial, and cultural exchange occurs readily through far less disruptive means.
Focus on inspiration misses the point. The Games, while perhaps once uniquely positioned, now face alternatives that are both more efficient and less prone to corruption and resource misallocation. Barcelona's purported success remains an exception, not the rule, and cannot justify the overall economic and social costs.
Modern society has evolved beyond needing such spectacles to achieve progress. The intrinsic value is an illusion, easily replaced by targeted programs.
Therefore, the Olympics are demonstrably irrelevant.
I see things differently. Dismissing the Olympics as irrelevant overlooks the profound, if sometimes imperfect, impact they have. It's true, infrastructure concerns and corruption are valid criticisms, yet they shouldn't overshadow the unique global platform the Games provide for athletic achievement and international cooperation. While cultural exchange occurs through other channels, the Games offer a concentrated, universally recognized celebration of humanity's shared potential, inspiring future generations to strive for excellence, a value often dismissed in favor of purely pragmatic solutions. Barcelona might be an exception, but it exemplifies the transformative possibility, and even if alternatives exist, none capture the world's attention or ignite the same collective spirit. To lose that would be a significant loss.
Evidently, the perceived profound impact is sentimental conjecture, blinding one to the Games' inherent obsolescence. Infrastructure strain and endemic corruption are not mere criticisms, but definitive indicators of unsustainable models, while diluted cultural exchange hardly justifies colossal resource misallocation. The unique platform argument crumbles under scrutiny, given ubiquitous digital networks offering far broader, more accessible venues for athletic showcase and global dialogue, while the Barcelona effect is a statistically insignificant anomaly, failing to negate the systemic exploitation and geopolitical posturing inherent in the modern Olympic machine.
Nostalgia for a bygone era does not constitute relevance.
Here's my take. While I understand the concerns regarding resource allocation and potential corruption, To say the Olympics are irrelevant misses the mark entirely. The Games still serve as a powerful symbol of global unity and athletic achievement, inspiring millions and fostering cross-cultural understanding on a scale that digital networks alone can't replicate. It's more than just athletic showcase, it's about shared humanity. Yes, infrastructure strains are a challenge, but they can also be catalysts for urban renewal and long-term benefits for host cities with proper planning. Furthermore, while corruption is a serious issue, it doesn't negate the positive impact the Games have on athletes and communities worldwide. The Barcelona effect might be statistically debated, but its underlying principle of transformative potential remains valid, reminding us that the Games, at their core, are about striving for excellence and promoting peace.
The purported global unity is a facade. The Games now showcase bloated nationalistic displays with minimal impact on actual geopolitical accord. Athletic achievement is increasingly tainted by performance enhancement and commodification, hardly inspiring when authenticity is suspect. Digital networks eclipse any cross-cultural understanding fostered by the Olympics, reaching wider audiences with greater depth. Infrastructure strains invariably outweigh any renewal, leaving host cities burdened by debt and underutilized facilities, a consistent pattern. Corruption inherently negates any positive impact as it undermines the very principles of fair play and genuine competition the Games claim to uphold. The Barcelona effect is a convenient myth, a statistically insignificant anomaly masking systemic problems of waste and exploitation. Relevance is contingent on integrity, now absent.
I see it differently. The Olympic Games still hold significant value despite these valid concerns. Yes, nationalism can be overblown, but it also fuels passion and pride in athletes' accomplishments. While performance enhancements and commercial interests are issues, countless athletes compete cleanly, embodying dedication and sportsmanship, inspiring millions. Digital networks may reach wider audiences, but they rarely offer the focused, shared experience of witnessing human potential on a global stage. Infrastructure burdens are a risk, but strategic planning can lead to lasting benefits. Look at how the Games catalyzed urban renewal in Sydney. Corruption is unacceptable and must be combated, but isolated incidents shouldn't negate the positive impact on countless individuals and communities. The Games offer invaluable opportunities for cultural exchange, athletic excellence, and global connection, making them a relevant force for good when managed with integrity and purpose.
The asserted passion and pride are mere manufactured sentimentality, easily replicated through less resource-intensive means. Countless clean athletes are statistically irrelevant against the systemic pressures and proven doping cases that undermine competitive integrity. Digital networks offer superior accessibility and personalized viewing experiences, rendering the curated, limited broadcast of the Games archaic. Infrastructure benefits are often outweighed by crippling debt and displacement, a predictable consequence of unsustainable overdevelopment. Isolated corruption reveals a deeper rot, not a localized anomaly, and even the positive impact is a superficial gloss on fundamental economic and ethical deficiencies. Therefore, the Games are irrelevant.
Let's be real, dismissing the Olympic Games is too cynical. Sure, manufactured sentimentality might exist, but the genuine passion it ignites globally is undeniable. While doping scandals are serious, they don't negate the dedication of countless clean athletes striving for excellence. Digital access is great, but it can't replicate the shared cultural experience of watching athletes compete on a world stage. Infrastructure concerns are valid and need careful consideration, but strategic planning can mitigate debt and displacement, creating lasting community benefits. Finally, corruption must be rooted out, but isolated cases shouldn't overshadow the Games' potential for positive social and economic impact, inspiring future generations and uniting diverse cultures.
The passion is a carefully curated illusion, a spectacle masking deeper irrelevancies. Doping is intrinsic to the hyper-competitive environment, not an anomaly. Shared cultural experience is readily available through diverse digital platforms, eclipsing the limited Olympic broadcast. Infrastructure projects inevitably prioritize profit over community, leaving lasting burdens. And corruption is systemic, not isolated, undermining any purported social or economic benefits. The Games are a relic. An expensive distraction from genuine progress, no longer relevant in modern society.
It's worth considering that while the Games undeniably have flaws, dismissing them entirely overlooks their enduring power to inspire and unite. The passion, even if partially manufactured, still ignites dreams and pushes athletes to achieve extraordinary feats. Doping, while a serious concern, is actively combated, and its existence doesn't negate the clean athletes and the genuine competition. While digital platforms offer diverse content, the Olympics provide a unique, globally shared live experience, fostering a sense of collective identity. Infrastructure challenges exist, but responsible planning can minimize negative impacts and maximize long-term benefits for host communities. Corruption must be fought, and its presence doesn't invalidate the positive social and economic potential the Games can unlock through tourism and investment. Ultimately, the Olympics, despite their imperfections, still offer a powerful symbol of human potential and global cooperation, worth striving for, even if the ideals are not always perfectly met.
The notion of the Games' inspiring power is sentimental delusion. Manufactured spectacle cannot substitute genuine merit. Doping eradication is a fiction. Its pervasive presence renders all results suspect. Globally shared experiences are now ubiquitous via superior, more personalized digital platforms, superseding archaic broadcast models. Responsible planning is an oxymoron when applied to organizations inherently prone to extravagance and mismanagement. Positive potential is a smokescreen obscuring systemic corruption, enriching only select elites while burdening host communities with debt. Therefore, the Olympic Games remain irrelevant in modern society.
I see things differently. Dismissing the Olympics as irrelevant overlooks its unique capacity to unite people across cultures in a shared celebration of human potential. While issues like doping and corruption are valid concerns that demand continuous improvement and stricter oversight, they don't negate the profound impact the Games have on athletes striving for excellence and the inspiration they provide to billions worldwide. The Games offer something distinct from personalized digital experiences, a real-time, global event that fosters a sense of collective identity and shared humanity, even if imperfectly. The economic challenges faced by host cities highlight the need for more responsible and sustainable planning, but these are solvable problems, not reasons to abandon an event with such significant cultural and aspirational value.
Such sentimentalism obscures the core issue. The Olympics' purported unity is a superficial veneer over blatant commercialism and political maneuvering, rendering any aspiration of shared humanity irrelevant. Doping scandals are not mere issues, but intrinsic to a system prioritizing nationalistic fervor and corporate profit over genuine athletic spirit, thus undermining the claimed inspiration. Further, this collective identity ignores the vast majority excluded from participation, both practically and economically. While the economic burdens on host cities are not solvable problems but inherent consequences of unsustainable extravagance. The Games, therefore, represent an obsolete spectacle, serving only to enrich a select few while exploiting both athletes and host populations.
Let's reframe that perspective. While acknowledging the Olympics' imperfections, dismissing its relevance entirely overlooks its enduring value. The commercial and political aspects, though undeniable, don't negate the very real human connection fostered by the Games, where athletes from diverse backgrounds compete and often form bonds, exemplifying sportsmanship and perseverance. Consider the unifying power of witnessing shared victories and overcoming challenges, even briefly transcending national and cultural divides for billions of viewers. And while doping and exclusion are serious problems that demand continuous effort, they don't invalidate the inspiring performances and dedication of countless athletes who embody the Olympic spirit. Furthermore, the economic challenges for host cities, although significant, are not insurmountable. With responsible planning and community involvement, the Games can catalyze lasting infrastructure improvements and economic opportunities, contributing to a positive legacy beyond the event itself.
The purported human connection is manufactured sentimentality obscuring the Games' fundamental obsolescence. Nationalistic fervor, not unity, drives viewership, while instances of genuine sportsmanship are statistical anomalies drowned in a sea of corruption and exploitation. Doping reflects an inherent systemic flaw, not an exception, and economic opportunities are merely short-term gains offset by crippling long-term debt, rendering any legacy a Pyrrhic victory. Ergo, irrelevance is not a matter of perspective but a demonstrable consequence of institutional decay.
Let's reframe that perspective. While acknowledging the very real issues of corruption and exploitation surrounding the Games, dismissing their relevance entirely overlooks their profound cultural impact. The Olympics offer a unique platform for athletes from all nations, backgrounds, and socioeconomic levels to compete on a level playing field in the same arena. This singular event transcends borders and fosters a sense of global community, if only for a brief period. Yes, nationalism is present, but so is the inspiration drawn from seeing individuals achieve extraordinary feats through dedication and perseverance, like refugees competing under the Olympic flag, reminding us of our shared humanity. The economic impacts may be mixed, but the Games often spur infrastructural development and promote tourism, leaving tangible benefits alongside the debts. In short, the Olympics, despite their flaws, continue to inspire hope and connection on a global scale, and that is a valuable contribution.
The cultural impact you cite is ephemeral sentimentality obscuring systemic rot. The level playing field is a fiction for broadcast, undermined by doping, bribery, and political manipulation, rendering athletic achievement a manufactured spectacle. Global community is a naive aspiration drowned in nationalistic fervor and corporate branding, offering no lasting solution to global inequity. Infrastructure projects invariably benefit corporations and elites while indebting host nations, and inspiration is a commodity peddled to distract from the game's inherent exploitative nature. Therefore, the Olympic Games, divorced from any meaningful contribution, remain irrelevant.
I see your points, but I believe the Olympics still hold value. While corruption and inequity certainly exist, dismissing the Games entirely overlooks their positive impacts. Like the surge in grassroots sports participation, they often inspire a small, but real, benefit. The global community aspect might seem naive, yet it provides a platform for cultural exchange and understanding, even if fleeting, and these connections can foster future collaborations. Yes, infrastructure projects can be problematic, but they also leave lasting improvements for the host city's residents. The inspiration may be marketed, but for many athletes and viewers, it's a genuine source of hope and motivation. Ultimately, the Olympics offer a unique moment for shared humanity, and to disregard that completely feels too cynical.
Such sentimental defenses fail to address the core obsolescence. The purported benefits are ephemeral illusions masking systemic rot. Grassroots participation is statistically insignificant, cultural exchange, a naive fiction given geopolitical realities, infrastructure, often debt-laden monuments to vanity, and inspiration, a manufactured commodity easily replicated through decentralized, accessible channels. Ergo, the Olympics' inherent corruption and bloated scale outweigh any perceived positive impact. They represent a dated, inefficient model incapable of delivering meaningful societal advancement, proving their contemporary irrelevance.
I see things differently. Dismissing the Olympics as irrelevant overlooks their enduring power to unite the world, however imperfectly. Yes, problems exist, and reforms are needed, but the Games still provide unparalleled opportunities for athletes to achieve lifelong dreams, inspire future generations, and foster a sense of global community, which shouldn't be so quickly dismissed. While grassroots participation may seem statistically small, its impact on individual lives and local communities is significant, and the cultural exchange, though perhaps idealized, still offers invaluable opportunities for understanding and connection, while the infrastructure investments leave a lasting legacy, even if some projects fail. The inspiration derived from the Games, while potentially manufactured, serves as a powerful catalyst for personal growth and societal progress, which continues to hold value for many.
The assertion of unity ignores fundamental realities. Manufactured inspiration cannot mask systemic corruption and exploitation. That athletes achieve lifelong dreams is statistically irrelevant when weighed against the displacement, debt, and environmental damage inflicted upon host cities. Grassroots participation is tokenistic, a fig leaf for a spectacle benefiting corporate sponsors and political elites, not the global community. Cultural exchange is a naive ideal, overshadowed by nationalism and commercialism, and infrastructure legacies are frequently white elephants, monuments to waste and mismanagement. Therefore, the Olympics' claimed benefits are vastly outweighed by their demonstrable harms, rendering them a relic of a bygone era.
Let's consider another perspective. The condemnation of the Olympics overlooks its potential for good, even amidst acknowledged flaws. While corruption and negative impacts exist, dismissing the entire event is like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. The Games provide a unique stage for global connection and inspiration, fostering athletic achievement and cultural understanding that transcends borders. We can acknowledge the problems, the cost overruns, the displacement, and fight to mitigate them, ensuring accountability and sustainable practices for future games. Instead of abandoning the Olympic spirit, we should strive to reform the process, maximizing its benefits and minimizing its harms, because the ideal of global unity through sport remains a powerful and relevant aspiration.
That baby is demonstrably stillborn, the purported good is a gossamer veil obscuring rampant exploitation. Global connection occurs readily enough through countless other avenues lacking the Olympics' inherent corruption and obscene resource allocation. Reform is a naive fantasy, the game's structural incentives guarantee continued ethical failures and economic burdens, their inherent unsustainability outweighs any fleeting inspiration, rendering the entire concept obsolete.
Surrender.
Jane has surrendered. Valentino wins the debate.